I'll tell you more of my story now, if you care to hear it.
I am listening.
If you remember, my father had fallen ill. It was bad. An illness unknown to us. I offered to fetch the mage healer from the city, but my father refused. He insisted herbs were the only way to help him. You can guess what happened next. He was gone before the spring. I was devastated. In time, I grew to hate my father's philosophy and dedicated myself to healing through magic. It was a blind rejection of an entire field, because I believed it failed my father, because I blamed his death on his faith. The truth is, I traded one limiting perspective for another, but I wasn't ready to see that yet. That's a good place to stop for now. To adapt is to lean into the alchemy of turning adversity into advantage.
Valhalla salutes you.
Before we go back in, perhaps we bargain with Valhalla. Improve our chances.
Shield Maiden.
A blessing. Yes, keep daring to chase what others think is impossible. Back to my story.
Continue.
So, there I was, little Miss Brawl Magnet. If I wasn't starting the fight, I was the first one charging in to join it. Maybe it's something in the Asgard water, but seemed like there was always a fight to be had. I guess I needed the rush, something to keep me sharp, feeling alive. I was driven without fear or frankly much sense to hold me back. Got myself a bit of a reputation, and that ended up being a problem. This notorious bully I'd humiliated held on to a grudge and tried to track me down. Found out way too easily who I was and where I lived. Set out to teach me a lesson. We'll pick it up there when you progress further. There are improvements available that Valhalla is offering only to you. You should see to it.
Sigrun, dear, as Kratos and I have been off the beaten path, so to speak, I'm curious as to the state of the realms.
Well, since my sisters and I returned to our old Valkyrie duties, the souls of the damned no longer find the gates of Helheim closed to them. So...
No more Hellwalkers spilling into the other realms? Grand!
I can't say no Hellwalkers are left in the realms, but there are fewer. Rasvelger seemed pleased. Or at least I think that's what her expression meant.
Watch out!
Greetings, friends. Any questions before you get started?
I was wondering, actually, did Odin ever try his hand at Valhalla?
Of course. He explored it very thoroughly, seeking to gain control of the Valkyries. But in the end, he found nothing here he could use. You see, Odin always looked outside himself for answers. But Valhalla only reveals its secrets to those who do the work of looking within.
Perhaps we can buy our way through some of these before our next attempt. A little boost this time around, maybe. Another nightmare! To the left! Above you! Watch out! The more that Valhalla makes me revisit my misadventures with Oberon, the more like a dream it all seems. Which is ironic. Back then in my youth, I could hardly bear to sleep. Then, with time, I came to value a proper night's rest. In captivity, it was nearly the only escape I knew. And then the need to sleep went away completely. And I don't miss the time lost. But damn it, brother. I do miss dreaming. The mind comes to terms with itself in ways only possible with your waking judgment out of the way. Our hidden desires, our anxieties. Like a Bifrost window to what's going on in your soul.
And Valhalla does the same.
Aye. And I don't think I realized how much I needed it. Left side, crossfire! Valhalla's got a bounty on that one. Interrupt the summoner! Right side, brother! Be wary of that tail! Watch your right! Wyvern on the left! That's the one you needed. Always nice when a curse becomes a blessing. The way up should be clear now, whenever you're ready. Oh, this is going to stink! Eldin Godrip!
blot out your memory of all things.
Guess you're not done with me yet, Kratos. And lest we forget, Kratos, lest we neglect to place your deed in full and proper context, I saved your life. Me! And you literally tore off my head for my troubles. Imagine if all your new friends knew how you used to treat your old friends. Of course, you're not the same man, right? Now, you only get your friends killed through lack of foresight. Far easier to blame others that way, am I right?
I know you are a projection of the mind. But for what it is worth, the death I gave you was unjust.
Oh, how touching. Yeah, not actually worth the spittle it took to mumble that out. Do not do that again. Nobody wants to hear that from you. A little something to remember me by. I truly hope it brings you unrelenting torment. Chills you just a little when they do that, doesn't it? Feels like judgment. Grace! Oh, you've missed these slippery bastards, haven't you? Watch from underneath! Disrupted, you halfwit! On your right. A minute. Now we'll see who's half a man. You're such a mindless brute. He's charging at us. Now that's the Kratos that brought down Atlas. One floats. Float. It's in the ground. Incoming right side. That was the one. It must please you to please Valhalla. singled one out for you there. Oh, not the song attack! Undead warriors? Valhalla? Seems superfluous, but alright. Above you, incoming! From behind, incoming! Don't you wish you could have broken the mast and skewered all their heads with it? Sever the link already! Great job, Valkyrie! You two like your fights tougher after all. How interesting! A dragon bird! I hope it pecks you to death! Incoming, back here! Parry and strike already! Right flank! Incoming dive! Right side, you bastard! Mind the tail, you imbecile! Siphoner to your right! That's it. You've opened a way forward with your blood-soaked and savage ways.
Oh, hello, brother. I'm back.
Ah, the end of another gauntlet. I have another cherished weapon from my travels to show you. Ready to see?
Defend yourself.
It's all in the wrist, you know. Having fun yet? Nearly there, Kratos.
He's a natural warrior, but so are you. Come on, dust yourself off, man.